Daughter of Earth details the life of Marie Rogers, a young woman living in America during the late 1800s. The novel begins with Marie as a child who lives with her parents, her Aunt Helen, her brothers Dan and George, and her sister Annie. The family lives in extreme poverty as they bounce back and forth between the family farm and her father's temporary jobs. Helen even became a prostitute in order to support the family's livelihood. Marie's father is cheated out of money regularly, keeping Marie, her aunt, and her family below the poverty line. Marie studies hard in elementary school, and every year she gets the best grades. She aspires to become a journalist. However, Marie is ashamed of her clothes and dialect as she compares herself to the richer kids at school. The novel then jumps to Marie's teenage years, detailing an event where Marie's father threatens to beat both Marie and her mother during a disagreement. Marie forces her father out of the house, resulting in him leaving Marie and her mother alone until her mother passes away. Time jumps again, and Marie is working as a school teacher for Mexican and Native American children. She eventually decides to quit this job to chase after her dream of becoming a journalist. Marie eventually gets hired as an assistant to an editor at a magazine company. This job is short-lived, however, as the chief editor tries to advance on Marie without her permission. Marie leaves the magazine company and heads to Arizona to attend college. During her college years, Marie receives letters from Dan talking about his life at home on the farm. Marie ignores these letters until one tells her that her brother, George, was killed in an accident. Marie debates going home, but chooses to stay and continue her education, leaving her family behind. While at college, Marie meets Nut, who she falls in love with. Both Marie and Nut struggle to pay for college, so they decide to leave and get married. Marie, however, gets pregnant and decides to abort the baby. Nut is angry about this decision and decides to leave Marie, which leaves her heartbroken. After Nut, Marie decides to go back to college. At college, Marie joins a socialist movement and learns their ideas and values, eventually joining the Socialist Party. After finishing college, Marie moves to New York, where she gets a job as a graphic paper editor. In New York, Marie continues her involvement with socialist groups. During a seminar, she meets a man named Sardar Ranjit. Sardar introduces Marie to the Indian independence movement, and Marie agrees to help their cause. Sardar is forced to leave the country, leaving Marie with important documents that the government wants to confiscate. Marie avoids her comrades for days, until one named Juan Diaz catches up to her. He questions her about the documents, but Marie doesn't give up the information. Diaz gets angry, and he rapes Marie. Time jumps again, and Marie wakes up in a hospital, and then is rushed to a government building by a detective. The government interrogates Marie on her role in the Indian independence movement. The government never got a hold on the documents, so Marie chooses to give up no information, despite their hard interrogation and ugly torture methods. Marie is eventually sent to prison. Another time jump occurs, and after some while, Marie is eventually released from prison. She continues her involvement with the Indian independence movement. Marie eventually lands a job as a writer for a socialist newspaper and becomes a successful investigative journalist. Time jumps again, and Marie eventually meets a man named Anand, a famous Indian rebel, who she falls in love with, and eventually marries. Marie is happy with her success in life and her position at her job, and Marie and Anand continue her marriage peacefully. Time jumps again. We pick up when Anand finds out about what happened with Marie and Juan Diaz. This causes a rift in their relationship, eventually leading to Marie leaving Anand. Marie is left alone and buries herself in her work. The novel concludes with Diaz being found out as a British spy, and Marie choosing to leave America entirely and fleeing to Denmark. Thank you for watching.